If you want to help the people of Ukraine while building up your PC library, getting over $6,000 worth of games for $10, sounds like I'm sponsored or something. I'm not. I have no affiliation with this company whatsoever. This is just a gaming article that I stumbled upon and thought I'd share it with you. Because anytime you can get $6,000 worth of shit for $10, I think my audience should probably hear about it. Let's get it. Alright, Stallions and Stallionettes, welcome to the Gamer Heaven. I'm your host, AK40 Kevin, sharing my screen over here. This article will be cited and sourced in the description below, as I do anytime I cover any news in the gaming community and industry. Now, these three articles, this one from Kotaku, this one from PC World, and this one from GameSpot, are all covering the exact same news here, and that is the fact that itch.io, which is a growing platform for indie games, so a lot of indie developers throw their games up on there. Kind of think of it like Steam, but primarily for indie games, as well as soundtracks. But for a minimum donation of $10, and you are encouraged to give more if you can, but a minimum threshold of $10 will get you 6,539 US dollars worth of shit. That's 991 items. When I say shit, it's not literal feces. Nobody's defecating in bags and shipping them out or anything like that. You're looking at over 500 PC games, but then some of the other stuff is also tabletop RPG rule sets, so things like D&D, Cyberpunk 2077. A lot of people don't know this, but that was originally a tabletop board game style game. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on my suckle just a skosh. There we go. You're also going to get some soundtracks in there, and these are video game soundtracks, so keep in mind, you probably can use a lot of these in the background of streams and whatnot. Not that it's copyright-free, per se. However, it is the soundtracks of games, so generally that is kind of a Christian gray area that you can ride, where you can play a lot of video game soundtracks, granted, as long as they're not Nintendo, because they are savagely protective over their IP or intellectual property. Sony, a little bit, but you can generally get away with playing video game soundtracks on your YouTube videos and live streams. So that alone right there, in my opinion, is worth $10. But what are you getting? Is it a bunch of janky third-party indie games that were programmed in somebody's basement on a baked potato? No, actually, a couple of them are pretty well-known indie games, such as Superhot, Crosscode, Celeste, Jotun, Super Rogue, Super Hexagon, and Sundered. Now, if you've been around the channel for a while, then you know my MO. I'm not a huge indie guy. I have played indie games in the past. However, my forte is generally first-party Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo titles, as well as third-party blockbuster bangers. That sounds super chody, don't get me wrong. I fully appreciate that spectrum of the video game world with indie games that are programmed by one person or maybe a small development team with a minimal budget, but it just happens to be the games that I enjoy are generally not indie games. But there's a lot of indie games in this bundle, and it goes to a good cause, as 100% of the proceeds go to two charities directly helping the Ukrainian war victims and refugees. So that is awesome. By the way, if I'm talking a little bit fast, I didn't just bump a line of blow off camera or anything. I had a big old fat cup of coffee. It was black, no creamer, so it hits the bloodstream quicker. So me personally, I will be donating at least $10. I might go a little bit above and beyond, kind of pass on some of the ducats since, well, I don't really have that much extra ducats sitting around, but I might throw some shekels that way because it is a good cause in my opinion. And you know what else is a good cause? Loading up my PC library with 500 titles. Keep in mind, they are indie games, and like I said, I'm not a big indie gamer, so probably the majority of them will never get launched because I simply don't know what is a good title or not, because I don't have somebody to look over my shoulder and coach me, massage my back after the game and say, hey buddy, that's a good indie title right there, check that one out. And something to note, this is the actual bundle over here. It's just titled Bundle for Ukraine on itch.io. So currently they have raised $1,846,270.48, which is very close, specifically 92% to their goal of $2 million. And this bundle is still going to be valid for 9 days, 6 hours, and 36 minutes. So the fact that this has only been live for a very short amount of time and it's already at 92% of their goal, they are going to absolutely split through this and then just keep going. So this will be linked in the description below where you can get the actual bundle. I'm actually about to purchase it right now. But as you can see, just a ton of stuff. Like it just keeps scrolling. It just, I mean, this mouse wheel is going to burn out before I reach the end of the page. I'm going to pull a muscle in my index finger before I reach the bottom of this thing. And keep in mind, since these are indies, the actual download, if you were to download the whole zip file or however this comes, is going to be relatively small. You know, if it were like 100 AAA games that are, what, 60 to 100 gigs a pop, go ahead and get yourself some bulk storage, you know, like a server rack or something. But since these are, you know, a couple of megabytes, less than a gig, most of them, you should have no problem storing a good portion of these. If you enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers. This information will reach an notification system as well, which in turn helps me grow this little channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover news in the gaming community and industry, tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing, as well as honest gaming product reviews, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, mics, chairs, etc. There are some hefty exclusive discount codes found only in the description of my videos and only for the audience here at Gamer Heaven. Check out Into the AM for some of the sickest looking and most comfortable cloth to ever grace my gaming giblets. If you don't want to be scorching your corneas with harmful blue light, check out Gamer Advantage, the only blue light glasses on the market that look sexy and actually work. If you're looking for a custom controller that'll blow the competition's tits back, AIM definitively has the best bang for buck or price to performance when it comes to Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch controllers. Nope, they don't do Switch, but they do gaming mice. I said doo-doo. I have links to all my other platforms and socials in the description below. If you need a quick laugh or blast of gamer adrenaline, check my short form videos out at TikTok. Follow me at Facebook Gaming, where I am a partner and upload a ton of exclusive gameplay content. To get in touch with myself and the Stallions and Stallionettes of Gamer Heaven, join the community Discord, and check me out at twitch.tv, where I go live every other leap year on a blue moon if it falls into an odd calendar number, and my pH balance is on point. Just kidding. Starting June, I'm going to be live streaming a lot. Thanks for watching. This has been AK40 Kevin hosting Gamer Heaven, and I'll see you tomorrow because I upload daily. All the time. 60% of the time. Sometimes. Most of the time. Peace.